Welcome back to the channel, Detroit Lions fans. So the burning question for 2022, at least one of the questions for me, can James Houston become a superstar? Now, I've done film breakdowns on James Houston. I talked about him. And interesting enough, I'm kind of in that phase now where we see that there's a lot of rumors going on. A lot of people talking about we can add an edge. We look at all of the guys, Jadeveon Clowney, Chase Young potentially in a trade package. All of these guys in the for Yannick Ngakoue. We look at all of the names, and I think some Lions fans are interested. But the sense in the field that I'm getting from Aaron Glenn, the sense that I'm getting from Dan Campbell, the sense that I'm getting from Brad Holmes is that we're very comfortable in our room. Now, I talked about Romeo Okwara getting back to playing his best football. Julian Okwara, both of the brothers, getting back to playing some really good football, both of them. We look at a Kaminsky, a guy who could play inside and out, helping us on the edge. We look at Charles Harris, some of the guys in this room, and we say, okay, Aiden Hutchinson, we believe that, I believe that. Aiden Hutchinson, this is my favorite player on the Detroit Lions. I've talked about that a lot. But we believe he can be a number one in this team. We believe in the NFL, you need a number one pass rusher to win. We think getting him with that number 2 overall pick, that's going to bolster us into that position now. The number 2 spot. And I think it's kind of up for grabs because all of the guys that I aforementioned, James Houston. So you can see by the title and the thumbnail, can James Houston become a superstar? I think that's a big question because I really like James Houston. A lot of people like James Houston, a.k.a. the problem. But is there a ceiling? Do we think 8 sacks in 7 games, is that a fluke? Can he recapture that and get into double-digit sacks in a full season of games played? And I think that's the biggest thing that we're looking for with training camp. Now, when I talked about my expectations for this defense, I talked about him and basically trying to become that every down player. Because last year, of course, obviously we know he came from Florida, went to Jackson State, moved from off the ball to on the ball. Now he's pass rushing, and then he was on the practice squad, and then he got moved up late in the season. So we know he was not a starter. He was not an every first, second, third down player. But what we do know is that in pass rushing situations, in dime packages and nickel packages, he was that rusher off of the edge for us. And I guess my question to you guys could be, can he become a guy who's every down, who can improve in his run defense, who can also continue what he's doing as a pass rusher? Now, we know the move that he's famous for, and that's the ghost move. The ghost move, when I refer to that, I'm talking about dipping. And that's basically when he comes off the edge and he gets that dip and that bend around under the tackle. That's his patented move. Now, having that, being able to get that low to the ground, being able to bend around the edge like that, of course, that's special. That's what these guys get paid high-level dollars to do. But he can also surprise you with the bull rush because guys and tackles, I saw him go against Dwayne Brown. He went against the tackle from the Jacksonville Jaguars, against the Bills. They're so scared of his speed, and we see it. Guys are oversetting, and then he's getting that swim move to the inside. He can do a variety of things, and I'm guessing if he can just add some to that run defense and continue to be what he is as a pass rusher, him beside Aiden Hutchinson. And we're going to see it, obviously, but how often can we see it? Can he be more than just that guy in down packages? And even if he doesn't improve significantly in the run game, if he's just still that passing down pass rusher, can he excel in that role in a full season? Can he be a top 5 guy in the league at that? Can he be one of the elite ones? And I think he can. That's the question I want to ask you guys for today. Really not the longest video, not the longest topic, but I want to know because I see a lot of expectations, but some of those expectations are tampered. I don't tamper expectations. I see the draft status. I see on the practice squad. It took a lot for him to get to this stage, but understand he's a guy who played Division I football, and he had 16.5 sacks at Jackson State. Let's not poo-poo on that. So we look at these guys, and I don't think that's needed. And I think it's because Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn, they're looking at James Houston, and they're seeing a guy. We got something here. We got something, and he's more than just what he's shown us in these 7 games, and I'm excited to see it. So I want to know what you guys think. Could James Houston potentially become a star? Is this his breakout year? We're not talking about average. We're not talking about 5 to 6 sacks. We're talking about double-digit sacks. Can he do it? Let me know in the comments. That's going to do it for today, wrapping up today's video. And now